Hey everybody, it's me, Pam, Dragon Moon Creations. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to show you another project that I have made from paper, from the Firmer Jane paper pad. There was a piece of blue paper in here. I didn't know what to do with it. It was this, it's blue wood grain, and I love wood grain, but I didn't know what to do with it. In regards to the other paper in the pad. I have made quite a dent in this paper. I really have. It's 48 sheets and I've used about 25 of them. So I'm doing pretty good. They're not all completely used, of course. I still have the scraps or the offcuts, and I still have, a little bit of I'm going to try to make cards out of these strips, like strip cards. A strip card. And need to put that one in there. But I'm working on it. Like I said, I've never worked this much with a paper pad, one paper pad continuously. And every project that I've shown for the past like 3 videos has been out of here. And if you notice, really, except for the cards I put in my little notepad covers, I haven't made any cards yet. But the cards are coming. They're going to have to, or I'm not going to be able to get through that pad. Okay, I made a journal, a 6x6 journal out of this. I actually had the base of this journal made for a long time. It was sitting over there. And I think I had it done this winter, and I was going to make a winter journal out of it, but I did not. And I sewed my signatures in crooked. Each one of them was crooked, not just one. All 3 are a different level. And I'll show you, like if you can see right there. This one sits up high, this one's about here, and it's like small, medium, and large. And you know what? I don't care. I got the journal done. Good enough. I covered it. I don't even know what this is probably a cereal box, but if you see the brown, the craft, I covered it with packing paper. And inked the edges a little bit, and I used the blue paper all on the outside and the spine. I hate it when it's, that white core comes out, but what are you going to do? And the twine that I used, I got it from Dollar General. Pretty sure. Let me see if I can grab that real quick. I can't do anything real quick sometimes. But, in my bag here that I have with my twine and stuff in it, it's just right behind me. And it was this cord, hemp cord. Yeah, and it was Dollar General. And it was this color right here. I'd used that before. I'd used this color. Got that. The front, actually what I did was I covered everything, and then I had the signatures, and I got those ready and put those in, and then I had the inside covers covered, but then I decorated them with pockets and everything after I put the signatures in, because it's hard when you're sewing the signatures in. You're like wrestling this thing like, it's a pig at the county fair. You just got it all over and twisted and upside down when you're trying to get the signatures in. So I just waited and just did everything at the end. This craft color one is a very old My Road. I bet it doesn't have a date on it. Nope. And I don't even think they're in business anymore. But I had these. I don't even know where I got them. And so I put one in behind. And then I had the white doilies that I had gotten from Temu. And I had this one back here. I had colored a bunch of them. And then that one in the behind is one of these that I colored with this. But so that's where the doilies came from. And then I have everything else is Tim Holtz except for I've got some cheesecloth back there and this flower, and I don't know where I got this flower. Somebody sent them to me, and I still have some more. I thought, well, it was kind of it still has the flowery theme because of the paper. I was trying to stick with the spirit of the paper pad. And this is out of the labels and numbers strips, and this is out of the Field Notes ephemera. This is out of Botanical Layers. This is out of that book of stamps that he came out. What's it called? Out of that, postmarked. That's where this came from. Okay. And then open it up, and it does have the 3 signatures. I put a pocket over here, and see, what I did was I lined that with the flower paper that was out of the pad. Lined the inside covers up with the flower paper. And I made the pockets out of the blue wood look. And then I just put a piece of the paper, the flowery paper over here. And then I went digging, and I dug, and I found this book page that I had already cut with a scallop punch, and it was already inked. And then I put this is from the Laird Botanicals, Tim Holtz. This is a cut apart, a digital download, because the back is white. So the color that you see was actually part of the download itself. It colored the paper that color. And I thought it was really, really pretty. I found it tucked away. And then this is a page from a notebook that the librarian had given me. And it's recycled paper, and I just tore it out. I used a lot of these pages in the bee journal that I did. And then I went back and I had some of that burlap ribbon that I had gotten at Dollar Tree when they had it in the floral department. I put that up there. So that's the front. The back is the same. I did the pocket, covered it with the paper, cut it a little too short, and did that burlap ribbon. And then I had the label and the flower, Tim Holtz stuff. Then I got the bag, and these bags came from hang on, I have a bunch of them. I got them on clearance for 50 cents. Jelly bean, Hampton Arts jelly bean, but it's one I got. That's what I had. I went digging, and so I just put a piece of the paper over it, and this was the wood plank paper. I'm debating if I should put a ribbon in there. Just, it was a piece of the paper, and I have one of those punches that I had gotten where it punches 3 different tops to tags, and I finally used it for something. And I just put that down in there, and I put that in the pocket. Didn't do anything else. And then the signatures, I do my signatures weird. This is a composition book, lined paper, and I cut it to fit. And this is that writing paper you can get at Dollar Tree. This is came from a pad of writing paper that always goes on sale at the beginning of every school year. And then I like grid paper in case you want to draw something out. Regular copy paper, a yellow legal pad, a coloring. This was a coloring book, and I cut it, and then it's the whole page. I just trimmed that down to where that would flap like that. And then, this is more of the paper. This is called manila, and it's kind of a weird texture, but I got it from a pad of paper I found at Ollie's a long time ago. This is a steno book page, copy paper, an invoice, again with just a regular paper. This is newsprint, and then plain paper again, and a different pad of writing paper, children's writing paper. This came out of a pad. I got them at an estate sale, and I'll show you the other side of that. And in the middle of each signature is a manila craft envelope that my daughter-in-law had actually got me. She found a box of them on clearance at Walmart, and inside of each of the envelopes I put another piece of that paper, that recycled paper, in each of those, so that'll clarify whenever I get to it. I won't take it out. Okay, and then it's like this again, and then this is the other part of that, to make a list of things. And it says Kane and Kaiser Hardware Company, Belington, West Virginia. And Belington's about half hour, 35 minutes from me. And I've actually been there. I had to go down there and pay to get my metal roofing. I had to order it and pay for it down there. And then it just continues on like that. The only thing different, this is the next signature. There's a lot of room in between. I could have punched a hole in here and hung a charm, but I don't know. I don't get that fancy with my journal. The only thing different in this, it would be the coloring page. Everything else is the same. And then this has a different coloring page in it. Like that. I think approximately, I don't know, 95 to 100. I think I had 99 writing surfaces, not including the envelopes. So that's how many pages is in there, and it still did this on me. You know how it folds like that. It's like it needed to be, like I needed like a few more pages, but anyway, that's my journal I made, the 6x6 journal that I made. And I remember when I made this cover, I was going to use 6x6 paper as the pages and just tie them together with like a piece of craft cardstock or something like that. You know, coordinating cardstock to make them to where I could sew them into the spine. You know, make them, you know, cut a 12 by, or you know what I mean. So I could just glue the 6x6 to a piece of cardstock and make it have something where it would fold over and I could sew it in the spine. That was what this was going to be. Didn't turn out that way, but that's my little journal. And I had everything, so that makes it nice. And I'm using that paper pad. I love the paper pad, but I'm also getting a little tired of it. So I want to do something else. So, because I really wanted to do some Christmas in July stuff. So anyway, there you go. That's what I made out of the Farmer Jane paper pad. So thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.